What's going on, everybody? It's Rooks2. I'm back with some Lucid9. Let's just get right into the action here. The front of a city bus is crumpled against the back of a pickup truck. Thin trails of smoke mix with the pungent smell of burnt rubber and scrap metal. The scene is surrounded by a unit of police cars and a fire truck, along with a crowd of shaken people along the sidewalk. How awful. At least they all look okay. We can't do anything about it. Let's go. Maseda and Yahiko nod hesitantly, but Ryu only stares thoughtfully at me. I stare at her. She tilts her head. I shrug. This seems to help her come to a decision, as she suddenly turns to Maseda and Yahiko with a very convincing smile. Hey Maseda, Yahiko, why don't you guys head on back? I got something to do really quick. Maseda opens his mouth, clearly confused, but Yahiko elbows him in the side and shakes his head ever so slightly. What now? Say, we'd better get back before your curfew. Hold your horses, I was gonna ask. Come along, peasant, your king commands it. Wow. With a final wave, Yahiko drags Maseda down the street. Ryu turns her attention to me. I'm inviting myself over. Gee, thanks. That's what friends are for. Despite the smirk on her face, I catch her glancing at the ruined bus. I can't find it in me to argue with her. Sure, I guess. We switch our route to a different street, remaining silent as we pass by 3 more police officers. Okay, we're just gonna forget the fact that someone just got in a car crash. Okay. We reach Myrid Apartments without much difficulty. It's a pretty decent place at a low price. A lot of Academy students are known to live here due to its close proximity to the campus. Do a lot of students live here? Yeah, why? Well, what if someone sees us? I don't want them to get the wrong idea. I feel a little uneasy as I remove my shoes. Judging from the blush on her face, it's less that she's worried about a ruined reputation and more that she's trying to cover up certain feelings. Feelings that I'm not ready to deal with. Don't worry, I'm sure they just think you're one of my guy friends. I don't even look like a boy. I only smirk at her as I flop on the sofa. This is the place I know as home sweet home. Simple furniture, random pieces of clothing here and there, and a basic kitchen crammed into the corner. Not too fancy, but not too shabby in the slightest. Comfortable. Ryu doesn't seem to feel the same way. She gives everything a disapproving look as she proceeds through the apartment. I think this place has gotten messier. So, sue me. Can I actually? No. She looks over me for a moment and something in her expression shifts. So, that bus. I sigh noisily and close my eyes. We talk about something else. Anyway, you hungry? Huh? I can make some omelets. Isn't that a breakfast food? Instead of replying, I just hear the rhythmic patter of footsteps against the carpet. In just a few minutes, there's the clack-clack of a knife against a chopping board, the gentle sizzle of oil in a frying pan, and the tick-tick-tack of chopsticks whipping against a bowl of eggs. A heavenly aroma rises in the air. Real? At the lack of response, I open my eyes. It takes a little effort, but I manage to pull myself up and head to the kitchen. Ryu? I stopped short. Ryu zeroed in on the stove, sprinkling ham and cheese over a bubbling layer of egg and humming a catchy little tune. The apron tied around her waist should be way too big for her, but somehow it looks perfect. Wait, this is Ryu. Ryu Hayata. Get a grip, Yama. Get a grip. Oh, it's too late. Welcome home, honey. You must be starving. I prepared dinner just for you. Wow, I'm so lucky for marrying such a wonderful woman, not to mention adorable. Oh, sweetie, I'm the lucky one. Look at your chiseled jaw and your beautiful eyes. I'm not the one who's a work of art, baby. Well, why don't you have a seat, Pumpkin? Dinner is almost served. What the hell's happening right now? I'd like some answers. I simply can't wait to taste your delicious food, Angel. What would you prefer, darling? Dinner, a bath, or me? Oh, sugar, we both know the answer to that question. In that case, love, the first course will be... your lips? My fist! I immediately jerked back to reality, the terrible vision dissipating into the air. Well, that escalated quickly. I don't even want to know what would bring such a terrible image to mind. Ryu and me married? I shudder on the inside. Not that she's, well, bad or anything. We understand each other more than anyone else. But then we'd have to be in a romantic relationship. And romance in high school is just... well, we could end up losing our friendship entirely, which would suck. And is 99.9999% likely given by great luck. Crap, what am I even thinking about? Back to reality. What are you making? Omelets? Are you sure? She nudges me on the side, but she's smiling. Plate, please. Huh? Plate, idiot. Yeah, your majesty. We kept things light and teasing as I reach into a cabinet and pass a plate to Ryu. She freezes slightly when my shoulder brushes against hers, but I pretend not to notice. Just what the doctor ordered. One premium plate imported directly from the mystical land of Denmark. I graciously accept this offering, O humble servant. May there be lasting peace between our countries. She deftly slides the omelet onto the plate in one fluid motion, dripping into a slight curtsy as I dig in. The delectable flavor of mozzarella, cheddar, ham, and mushroom explode in my mouth. Am I in heaven? Ryu beams proudly. That good? As if an angel made it herself. Oh, wait, one did. Sometimes I swear that there's someone else in this head of mine. It's delicious. The genuine, heart-rending smile that separates across her face just makes my stomach sink. That's not the kind of smile you make when you're complimented on your cooking by a friend. Just a friend, that's it. She looks like she could jump over the moon. That kind of shining, beautiful smile that is only made when the smiler is utterly happy, and completely ignorant that they're utterly happy. I want her to be happy, but false hopes is just too cruel. Maybe there's something I can do to put her down without hurting her. Hey Ryu, do you ever think that maybe we hang out too much? What? Gentle, be the gentlest human on earth. Except the thing I'm quite possibly worst at is being gentle. You know, high school is the time to explore, especially since we're getting ready for university. So maybe we should be spending time just, looking at other things, going to events, stuff like that. You're telling me that you're going to an event with people? I'm saying that we shouldn't be together so often. Her face immediately falls. Damn it. I already know that my words have hit her harder than I've intended. After all, pretty much all we've been doing for the past 10 years has been hanging out. We were each other's only constant. Amidst new locations, new schools, new friends, that one firm foundation that's there until the end of time. If you separate Ryu from Yama and Yama from Ryu, I'm not sure what you would find. To have me, who's always been relying on her, leeching off of her, suggesting that he wants to go on his own way and do his own thing. Well, it's awfully short-sighted and ungrateful. But I guess that's what I am, really. Because I'm too scared that Rhea will truly, honestly end up falling in love with me. Not that I have any clue why she would, but insurance is key. Look, I appreciate this, but I'm not a kid anymore, you know. I can take care of myself just fine. That's not true. Like, I know the place needs a good cleaning. I don't need someone else to tell me. I attempt to soften the blow as much as I can. I like hanging out with you, but when it comes to this point, I think... I'm sorry, Yalma. I didn't mean to offend you. You? What? I wasn't trying to replace her. I freeze. A sudden pain fills my lungs, like I'm breathing in fire. My vision spins for a moment, and... no, I fight it. Then it's gone. My knees suddenly go weak and I stagger forward, quickly catching myself on the couch. Ryu rushes forward, but I quickly throw out a hand. This... you see this? You're being a burden now. The words are too harsh. I regret them as soon as they slip out. Death. I didn't do that one intense because this is very serious. Can you just let me think right now? It's what I've always said whenever I wanted to be alone. Well, and truly alone. The need to think has nothing to do with it, and Ryu knows this. I'll be right out. Goodbye. To make her feel this way is despicable. The back of my mind congratulates me with a wry, well, you got what you wanted. She'll make some other friends now. I silently watch Ryu as she slips on her shoes and abruptly fixes me with a pleading look. See you tomorrow? Because she wants to know that everything will be okay. Because she wants everything to return to normal. I should go the whole way. I should say, no, probably not, or maybe. We'll see. Instead, I send an automatic smile. Yeah, see you, Ryu. Have a good night, Yama. The relief in her voice is palpable as she closes the door behind her. It takes everything in me to stop myself from catching up to her and offering to walk her back. Why is it that when it really comes down to it, I can't even push people away properly? Given my prickly personality, I would have thought that I could do it at least that. Guess not, though. Guess it's just another thing to add to the list of things Yama can't do. I kind of wonder if there's anything that's not on that list. I sit up, kneading at the tense knots in my shoulders. Technically, I need to study tonight, but before that, I should try to wind down. Oh, okay. Given a choice now. Watch Governmesher or read a book? I really want to know what Governmesher is, so... just Governmesher. Okay, boot up the computer, open the browser, Governmesher. There we are. I am Jay Graves, the president. Many oppose me and my choices, so I must deal with their resistance the only way I know how. Governmesher, mobilize. Oh god. Okay. The screen explodes in action as a teen in an oversized suit leaps off of a building, landing in a flashy somersault into the open palm of a giant robot. The music's so good. Just, yay. The robot lights up and strikes a pose with a notably jerky movement, as if animated by stop motion. Probably was if it was made by high schoolers. The beginnings of an immediately catchy opening song are abruptly cut short with sudden chanting. Give us AX, President Sun. We want AX, President Sun. And suddenly, President J. Graves is on the ground, his giant robot pet nowhere in sight. Strange. Was that a dream sequence, or just bad editing? Probably bad editing. Just like my videos. Okay. The president turns around. The camera pans out to reveal that he's standing in a broad field of wheat, reminiscent of old samurai movies. At the other end stands a guy in some hideous recreation of 3 different cosplays. Swirl-eyed glasses perched on the end of his nose, and a flannel headband embroidered with a giant heart wrapped around his unkempt hair. What business have you with the fine country of Arsimrema? The guy lowers his picket sign, which is half in English, half in Japanese, and steps forward, pushing his glasses up his nose. Boku no name is Otaku Bu. Keep it memorized, President's son. Speak English, heathen. I am no gaijin. You just have no appreciation for a foreign culture. Culture? Yes. Yes, Japan. Yes, Japan anime. Yes, Japan anime manga. Christ, how long is this gonna go? I can only imagine what he's gonna say next. Yes, Japan anime manga sushi. Oh my god, this is Piston Honda all over again. For those who don't know, I'll just flash a quick thing. What Piston Honda said, he said almost exactly this. Except like back in the 80s. Just enjoy it. Yes, Japan anime manga sushi. They're all the world's Ichiban. Huh, Archirama needs none of your poison. It needs righteousness gatherings. It needs righteousness gatherings huntings. It needs righteousness gathering hunting barbecues. It needs righteousness gathering hunting barbecues, country fairs and extreme sports and golf clubs. Isn't that like a Scottish thing? I don't know. None of these weeaboo shenanigans. Oh my god. I knew that they were going for that angle, like it's weeaboo. I knew it. I'm surprised the guy's not named Weeaboo Jones, because he would have strucken again. But I think Weeaboo Jones is dead. Maybe it's his son or some shit, I don't know. None of these weeaboo shenanigans. Wait, aren't you Japanese? Boku wa double weeaboo, of course. What is happening with the colors? So many colors. Boku wa double weeaboo, of course. A weeaboo of American culture, who are weeaboos for Japanese culture. That's kind of redundant, isn't that kind of the point? And it's mostly known as Americans are weeaboos, which they want to be Japanese or something like that. It's very redundant, that statement. Why, that's genius. Otaku Bu thrusts his picket sign up to the sky. Of course it is. Our glorious Nippon is genius. Land of the rising sun. Approve our anime expo, President's son, and no blood will be spilled. Ha! Over my dead body. Then over your dead body it will have to be. He reaches into his backpack, which is blanketed with stickers of various anime figures, and throws a long rectangular pillow at President Graves. The wheel of fate is turning. In a poorly green screen sequence, the pillow begins to transform into a giant doll in a Lolita dress with a wig of luscious purple hair pulled tight over its head. If I squint, I can see that its face is dulled with exaggerated blush, eyeliner, and lipstick. It's an artist's city to the eye.
Okay, a little editor note. I realize that word is actually atrocity. I didn't know that at the time. I'm just an idiot.
No, don't you dare hurt my Daringu. What? Yes, hold him, my waifu. Oh, Christ. President Graves flails his arms in struggle, but the doll grips him tightly. An easy task, considering that it's roughly 3 times his height. President Graves stares in disbelief at the towering femme fatale, which languidly blinks back at him with two looming, painted eyes. What sort of shenanigan is this? My waifu, the very best, like no one ever was. Moe of the highest level. Oh god, is that... That's a lot, like... I can't think of a specific anime that has that specific line. Anyways. In a sudden burst of energy, President Graves throws the doll off of him. Waifu, Moe, this is Arsurema. He reaches into his oversized suit and pulls out a trumpet from nowhere, playing a very out-of-the-tune military reveille. They, the people, need no waifu. They, the people, need no waifu. They need a true Arsurema hero. Captain... Are you serious with that, Captain Arsurema? Whatever, mobilize. The field backdrop crumples to pieces as a teenage guy in a skin-tight wetsuit bursts onto the scene, swinging a pizza pan spray painted in red, white, and blue. Chugging behind him is the president's mech in all its red, white, and blue, with an eagle motif glory, still animated in awkward stop motion. God, so many colors. For liberty and freedom of speech. He leaps into President Graves' mech. Why isn't the president using it himself? And promptly pulverizes the waifu into the ground. Then he suddenly stops, one fist of the mech still raised high in the air. Wait, if Arsurema has freedom of speech, shouldn't Otakubu be able to hold an anime Why are you thinking? Public schools should have whipped you by now. Alright. With a casual shrug, the mech hoists Otakubu over its head, spins him around around a handful of times, and hurls him upward. Otakubu is blasting off of... References are great. References are so good. Otakubu is blasting off again. He disappears with a twinkle into the distant sky. President Graves nodded triumphantly, clapping the dismounting Captain Arsurema on the back with a steady hand. Good night, Arsurema. May you sleep in peace. His phone gives a gentle trill as the credits begin to roll. Hello? Hey girlfriend, you need to like totally get over here. There's like this big meeting and like people want you. Thank you, assistant. Farewell. But bye. The phone clicks shut and wait, was that Yahiko's voice? He did say that he was the president's aide. I'm never gonna let him live this down. Well, it's time to study. Let's save that studying for the next episode, because, oh my god, I don't think I have enough energy to continue with that. What was that? I have no idea what that... I have no idea what the hell that whole thing was. I didn't know it was going to be exactly like that. Of Government. Although I would love to see that, actually. I would want to watch that. In like, just like for like cringe sake and all that, like, and especially all that anime references, and especially the jab to weeaboos. It was definitely filthy Frank proportions of like jabbing at the weeaboos. Man, this was an eventful episode. I'm gonna say that, but it's so goddamn dumb. But that's why I love this game. It's picking pace. It's picking up pace is what I meant. But boy, it's gonna be a lot. But if you guys enjoyed it, give it a like, give it a subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to see Government at all, like if you want to see that thing being made, I'd want to see it being made. Honestly, I want to see how cheap it would look. Actually, that kind of gives me an idea. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I probably won't do that. Or maybe I will. But as always, I will see you in the next episode. Peace.